found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 28-yard line.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score Broncos 3.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning of that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the score, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Broncos 3, Eagles 0.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid lead.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Broncos push further out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Philadelphia.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Hurts pass.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. Fourth and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if it was time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But fourth and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Now Gordon on first down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will have the Broncos first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He's got his big tight end, Fan. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Able to get this to Gordon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stop. They go play action with Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a super return as he gets us all the way down. Inside the 25-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's third and short.
Third down. And
play action, here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. First and 10, it's Sanders. Directly over it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
At the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Second and 10.
Finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
First and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. And the Eagles are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal? They'll set up a throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. And they work this out past the 25. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL kickoff weekend. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
6-yard line.
The Broncos on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is third down and 12. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. To Gordon, out left. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And this will be taken at the 13. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants rush coming, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that moment. Hurts fumbles it. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Hurts on the key.
Well, Parker, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
2nd and 6.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Down at the 42-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Kaepernick. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Today.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
A lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 59 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 12-yard line.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Catch made by Fulgham. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Sanders, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now a carry for Sanders, and he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself as we...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it, moved.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On first down, Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was hoping to get that to John Hightower. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Going for it with Sanders. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. On first down, Hurts flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Oh, eluding the tackle. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This one over the middle, complete to Fulgham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kenneth Murray. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Kaiser White. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Man, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing is Hurts. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, this offense struggling here in the second half. They have not scored yet. They'll try to change that here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And some concerns caused him to slip to the 5th round. I guess if you're him, the good news is you kind of... So we're in the third quarter. We'll see how this defense handles the upcoming drive as the offense takes over with a 1st and 10. On first down, Justin Herbert. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
The ball carrier.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This pass finds its way to Williams. Touchdown, L.A.
Let's go. Herbert.
Mike Williams. His... Hasn't been the best performance by this defense. They've been picked apart all game long, so they'll hope to at least finish strong in the fourth quarter. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
To Taylor Gabriel.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. It's Eckler again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. of the gun. Herbert toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even. Hasn't been the best performance by this defense. They've been picked apart all game long, so they'll hope to at least finish strong in the fourth quarter. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Fourth quarter action, beginning of the drive. Time to see how this defense does here. On second down, Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Once more, here's Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.